In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to send Slack notifications from Retool workflows. By the end, you'll have a workflow that posts a message to a Slack channel using a Slack resource and a simple resource query, so your app or automation can keep your team updated in real time. First, we need to connect Slack as a resource in Retool so it has permission to send messages on your behalf. In the Retool sidebar, open Resources and create a new resource. Choose Slack, then authenticate with your Slack workspace. You'll be asked to authorize Retool to post messages. This is normal and required for notifications to work. When the authorization completes, save the Slack resource. Give it a clear name so you recognize it later, especially if you work across multiple environments. If your organization requires admin approval for new apps, make sure that's squared away before moving on. Next, head to Workflows in Retool. You can create a new workflow or open an existing one where you want Slack notifications to fire. Every workflow needs a trigger, so add one if you haven't already. This could be a schedule for periodic checks, a webhook for event-driven alerts, or another trigger that fits your use case. The trigger determines when your Slack message will be sent, so pick the one that aligns with your process. Now let's add the Slack message block. On the workflow canvas, click the small dot below your trigger or the previous block to add a new block. Choose Resource Query. From the Resource dropdown, select the Slack resource you just created. Set the action to Post Message, or the equivalent action your Slack resource exposes for sending messages. You'll see fields to configure the message. Specify the channel, like #alerts, and type the text you want to send. Keep it clear and concise so it's easy to scan in Slack. If your setup supports it, you can optionally add attachments or formatted blocks to include structured details, links, or highlights. If your workflow gathers data upstream, reference those values in your message so the notification is dynamic, for example, including a status, an ID, or a timestamp. When you save and run the workflow, the Slack query block will execute and post to the channel whenever the trigger fires. If you don't see a message, double-check that the resource is authorized to post to that channel and that you selected the correct workspace and channel name or ID. That's it. Your Retool workflow can now send Slack notifications automatically.